the kills, and they immediately set themselves up for success, though a bit of an overextension sends MLXG to an early grave. Already Team China they're showing us, hey, we know Uzi's the best mechanical player, we're just going to focus on him.
Yeah, we don't want him to fall too far behind in what is supposedly a harder matchup for him, but it doesn't even seem like the case under the mechanical hands of Uzi. He's been playing this lane incredibly well, getting the early push on as well. I would say the only bad thing about that trade coming in from China was that MLXG were pretty far behind. He is going to lose out on experience gain, while on the other hand, Sins was able to pick up a little bit of experience from the incoming wave.
Yeah, there's absolutely an opportunity for Sins to try and dictate the pace of the game now that MLXG is back in the base. Already, though, you can see good vision control from Team China has spotted Sins out in advance. They know where he's going, and MLXG is immediately heading to the opposite side of the map to make sure he doesn't find himself in an unwarranted skirmish. Elsewhere, Xie seems to be holding down the fort against Crayon, forcing an early recall in that mid lane, and no teleport from Crayon. Means that this large wave is about to crash in. Sins is trying to hold it so that Crayon can try to get some of the experience.
Crayon actually switched back to Ignite at the last second. He was contemplating taking the cleanse earlier on once he saw the CC combination, but still went with the aggressive option. And this basically means that if he wants this to really work out for him, he has to look for those early kills. He has to play very aggressive and upfront.
And we see Sins setting up a gank up top. The flash engage out of Bula. He's turned upon by Letme, who still gets a kill. Meanwhile, Uzi in the bottom lane finds a kill against Fake Lover. MLXG will chase on to Sins just to scare him away and help push this wave back. But already, Team China, they are coming out swinging.
And that's what we're talking about, China having the more renowned players. Those two plays that just happened were mechanical outplays. It was a straight 2v2 in the bot lane and a 1v2 in the top lane against Letme. Really definitely handled, and he did force out the summoners from Bula XOXO as well.
MLXG is thinking about running towards the mid lane, but Crayon is already hugging his turret. You can see he's down 11 CS as this next wave crashes in, and MLXG is still invading away on Sins' Raptor camp. So still, it looks like Team China are trying to expand this advantage. We thought they were going to take it slow and play for the team fight, but they're just happy to use their raw mechanical advantages, that raw mechanical skill ceiling, to simply outmaneuver Kazakhstan this early on, though there is still plenty of opportunity for Kazakhstan to try to open this game back up.
Yeah, and the person they're going to be looking for to do that for them will be Sins coming in from the jungle. You can see the a bit of the problems with Echo so far, but the top lane trade, I really want to see the finish of it.
Oh, wow, another kill for Letme, a solo kill at that, keeping track of the flash. And now in the bottom lane, Fake Lover forced to finally use his flash away. Despite the earlier 2 kills, he did not use it, as Uzi and Mako are non-stop aggressing in this bottom lane, and now the wave is pushing into them.
Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult situation for Kazakhstan's bot lane. They're going
right back in. Even MLXG is there. Milky has no flash either. They're even passing over another kill. 2-0-1. 6 minutes in, and Team China have got 6 kills.
Yeah, this is an absolute disaster for Kazakhstan. Like we were saying, that they wanted to pick for a more early skirmish-oriented team composition. But if you're not able to get out of your lanes on even footing at the very least, it's very hard to execute on that strategy. So,
oh, and even in the mid lane, a snare onto Crayon. He had the flash, but didn't get the reaction to jump away from MLXG. This is just non-stop aggression from Team China.
Yeah, and it's happening in all 3 lanes as well. So it's making Kazakhstan, they're having a very difficult time trying to plot out where are they going to actually throw their investments into the lane. All 3 lanes are severely in the negative at this point.
And that's the question, as you said, for Sins. Typically in League of Legends, whenever a lane loses, you try to ignore it and focus on one lane that's winning to try to offset that balance instead of equalize it. Well, currently, Sins, he's the only one who's winning right now, excluding Milky, the support, who can't really put on a carry performance. Does he just focus on his own carry instead and try to go for the full assassin AP Echo from the jungle, or does he instead look towards one of these lanes that has CC and try to reset the matchup?
I really like you mentioned the fact that he is, in fact, going for the runic Echoes, going for the more heavy carry build instead of the tank build that we usually see Echo junglers go for.
Again, Mako finds the engage and lands a stun onto Fake Lover, but just constantly reminding them of the pressure that Uzi and Mako can put out this Team China bottom lane. But to get back to Sins, he's hovering around the mid lane right now. He is level 6 and might try to find something as Xie forced to flash over the wall. That's the Infernal Chains Realm Warp. He steps back in and gets away. Red buff ticking down. And Xie might just survive here. MLXG and Letme looking to go 2v3. They're still getting good damage. But a quick ascension from Crayon gets him back away, and Sins will get popped before he can even use his ultimate. The flash engage under the turret as Mako chases in. It's 3 kills to Team China. This is an absolute slaughter as they are chasing Team Kazakhstan under the mid-tier 1 turret.
And what an impressive cleanup coming in from the Chinese squad. All members flooding in to help Xie out into the mid lane. And that was a full 4-member rotation into the mid lane to swing what was started out as a 3v1 situation.
That's 11 kills to 2, and now the mid-tier 1 turret is being broken down. They're even denying some of these minions here to prevent Kazakhstan from picking up some of the experience as Xie gets solo gold. He might only have 2 assists right now, but he is very far ahead of Crayon in CS. Uzi is another 30 CS down in that bottom lane. Even in the top lane, Letme, after those kills, 4-1 and 2 right now, is 20 CS ahead of Bula. This is Team China aggressively snowballing the game.
Yeah, and that's also their coordination coming to the forefront as well. All of their members are able to come into the mid lane at a moment's notice.
Oh, but they are trying to chase Uzi. He's forced to flash away.
这局应该没什么问题了，中国队稳拿。
But it turns out they're able to chase down Bula. That's Sins trying to look for Uzi, misses the timekeeper, and will be forced to back out of this, right back into MLXG, who finds himself a triple kill. Every play that Kazakhstan has tried has been turned on its head.
That was a great diffusion coming in from Mako to save his own AD carry. I really like what Kazakhstan tried to do right there. They had Bula XOXO come in from the top lane, try to surprise Uzi, but China was one step ahead of them. They had MLXG at the wings. Mako was waiting there as well, and the complete play backfires so horribly on them.
And it's 15 kills to 2 in the mid lane. Letme and
现在已经差距8000星际了。
Crayon, you can see Bula
快翻一倍了。
is trying to do the only thing available to him, push all the way up to the tier 1 turret and try to force this wave to be cleared out. But here comes Letme, not afraid of these minions at all and happy to step in as he's got Xie there with him to follow up with a snare and even more damage. Bula, he's trying to get something to happen, but he just cannot break apart this unsurmountable force that is Team China.
Yeah, and you can see the fearlessness out of Bula XOXO. He couldn't see the Rise rotation, but he was willing to step up to Letme despite the kill difference because he had the backing of the minions. He wanted to fight it out, and that's the spirit you need to have when you're going up against one of the top dogs in the tournament.
You have to be able to stand your
现在我感觉中国队比这个哈萨克斯坦这个实力差很多啊。
对啊，不是一个档次的，不是2个档次的，差距太大了。
差距差太大了，感觉啊。同时啊，我想给大家说一下，我们把这个 chat 啊已经调成了只有订阅这个我们 Jeff 这个频道才可以你才可以说话啊，你才可以在这个聊天框里面说话啊，因为我们有太多的这个spam 太多的人在这里面就是在刷屏哈，所以我们把这个刷新了一下，我们可以聊天的这样的一个制度来，就是让我们聊天框啊更加看得更干净，所以大家都可以来享受这个比赛啊。
Sins tried to reverse this 3v2 into the bot lane, but unfortunately isn't able to get any of the stuns so far this game.
Sets up the Chronosphere, but not able to find either Uzi or Mako. Neither of them have summoner spells, but they both play it safe regardless and take no chance that they can get caught. Even MLXG is hovering on this top side of the map. Bula's on his way to defend, but MLXG with the Rift Herald buff could look to break an early tier 2 turret.
And you can slowly see China inching across the midway point of the map.
Oh, the flash engage onto Bula the moment he shows himself, and the Rift Herald into vision under the turret. Team China are trying to accelerate this game as quickly as possible.
And League of Legends games usually do not go this fast. Typically a game is around 35 minutes, and we see about 20 kills maybe total in that 35 minutes, but we already are at the 20 kill mark here at just a third of the time.
In the mid lane, Sins is trying to go one-on-one against Xie. He lands the Chronosphere, but Xie with the delayed snare simply outplays him, sees the move 2 plays in advance, and is able to deny it.
China completely crushing on the map right now. There is no corner for Kazakhstan to hide in.
Now they're setting up a dive. Uzi and Mako looking for Fake Lover and Milky. They've got Bula there as well. This could be able to find a kill under the turret. They're able to drop down Mako as Xie with massive damage is able to force Bula to back away, and a quick flash gets Xie over the wall.
I would say that would be the first fight that Kazakhstan has really taken over China in this game so far. You could see that Mako probably went in a little bit too deep, and once again, Bula XOXO is able to reinforce the bottom lane. This is how the Quinn pick is played. You do get incredible movement speed with your ultimate.
And look at that. Xie simply walking into the jungle, finds Sins and kills him. In the bottom lane, Fake Lover has died as Uzi and MLXG were able to chase under the turret and finish off the tier 1. This is a quick acceleration from Team China to break open the base of Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan did come out ahead of the prior fight, but they wanted to hold on to their territory a little bit too much, and China was just so far ahead. Xie did not even go back to base. He was able to heal off of his potions, heal off the honey fruit, and just come back in and snag another kill.
And now they're looking to continue to push this pressure to force Kazakhstan back. You can see the complete absence of vision from Kazakhstan as Bula is chased down. Hardly even has to auto attack to finish.
他们这是在抓 KTA 的。
MLXG is
那
at
KTA 会很高很高。
7-1-6, and then you've got the kill distribution across Xie and Uzi. Kazakhstan, they needed to take an early advantage. They threw it all towards this compositional gambit, and it did not pay off as Team China were able to outplay them.
游戏什么的不用结束了，就继续慢慢刷 KTA 吧。
我觉得也是啊，好像现在看到的都是，就是不要推塔了，咱们就杀人吧，对吧？
How do they really rebound from this situation? And personally, I believe it will have to come down to those picks. They do have the tools to make it happen. They just need to find the target.
Now Mako, he's looking to engage as he's able to find a knock-up onto 2. MLXG chases. Let Me from the side has found Bula, and again bullies him away. Uzi finds himself his first kill. Crayon lands the Infernal Chains, looking for some more damage, trying to lock him down as he's dropped into the Resurrection, but will still be forced to flash as this is just a dive from Team China. They find a double kill and chase it even further. Realm Warp to look under the inhibitor turret, forces the flash from Fake Lover. He will escape with his life unless Uzi gets the snipe, but he does not. And now Team China are looking at this middle tier 2 turret.
And China, just with the faster rotation speed overall, they have the better vision control over the enemy jungle, are able to push in and a lot of great plays happening right there. Let Me sniping out Milky, the support, on the backside, over the wall, blind into the jungle, still able to find that kill, and everyone just following up so nicely. This is what we should expect from the Chinese squad. Their snowballing potential in these fights, their ability to rotate faster than their opponents is really their hallmark.
And Kazakhstan trying to play China's style against them with these assassins, with these aggressive lanes, find themselves unable to keep up. As we get to the 15-minute mark, they are down 22 kills in this game as Uzi lands the Void Seeker and continues to push this wave up. Now the inhibitors haven't been broken yet, so Kazakhstan still get the chance to move around the map, but slowly but surely they are losing ground, they are losing territory. I say slowly but surely, it seems like faster and faster as Team China are just accelerating this game.
And it's going incredibly fast, 25-3. Rarely do we see games as one-sided as this and as bloody as this. Typically, you know, paces do slow down, the games do roll into the 30 minutes, but China is having none of that. They're not going to wait it out. They're not going to give Kazakhstan any chances to come back.
No rest for the weary. Kazakhstan are now forced to defend their top inhibitor turret as China bring in a minion wave. 16 minutes forward, they're already pushing up with no hesitation. Now Bula's here along with Milky. There's plenty of engage and pick. They don't quite manage to land the knockup as the fight breaks out. MLXG leads the charge for Team China. Crayon on the side with no ultimate gets snared and dies. Uzi again chases it down as that is 4 kills. Trying to defend in the mid lane, but the inhibitor is already broken. Now it's 5 versus 1. The death timers are short, but Team China could be looking for a very fast game right here and right now. They find themselves the kill onto Sins. They find themselves the ace, and they're trying to find themselves the game.
And what a clean ace that was, a 5-for-0 right in front of the inhibitor base. They take down every single member of the Kazakhstan and finish it in a 17-minute match.
连投降都不给，
连投降都不给啊！ 这个太惨了，这个惨无人道啊，真的。
As you said, 17 minutes trying to set the record in Game 1 of the Asia Games.
大家记住啊，这是 BO1 啊，我们现在打的是小组赛 A 组的比赛，这是 BO1，也就是说，只会打一场啊，只会打一场。
Coming out from the Chinese squad.
You're exactly right. You cannot show fear against a team like this. You have to meet them head to head or try to take the complete opposite approach. What we see from teams out of the Korean region, playing it slow and measured, not allowing any opportunities for mistakes. But Team Kazakhstan, they know that that's not their style. They play it fast, they play it aggressive, and they try to take it back against Team China. But again, that was just a 17-minute victory, an absolute storm out of Team China in that game one.
Yep, and congratulations to China. They will pick up the first win in their own group, Group A, and it will also be the first win of the entire tournament so far for League of Legends.
Yeah, and of course we'll be looking forward towards their performance as the rest of the tournament goes on. Still, there are plenty more games to go, as this isn't just a write out now. It's like, okay, Team China has won their first game against Kazakhstan. They will get a chance to play again later against Team Kazakhstan, so there could be a chance for revenge. There are plenty of champions and unique strategies that could be surprising.
Jeff， 你觉得这场比赛怎么样？有可圈可点的地方吗？
我觉得是吊打。
我觉得这个比赛看的真的让人心里难受。我操，替这个 Kazakhstan 哈萨克斯坦啊，觉得就是值得鼓励。我觉得来参加这个比赛吧也不容易哈，对吧？这个好不容易啊，一个国家出了一个代表队，结果这个来到这里啊，就打成了黄金局啊，结果打成了黄金局，有点可惜，对吧？啊，但是我们还是要就是鼓励这个体育精神的，对吧？
Yeah, of course, Vietnam only dropping a single game in the qualifiers, I believe, to the Philippine team. And even over the duration of that,
我觉得通过这个比赛主要是交好友啊，通过这个比赛主要是交好朋友，对吧？这几个咱们五个中国小哥，对吧？也是通过这个比赛呢，在这个亚运会打出了名气，对吧？将来这个找女朋友呀、找老婆都不担心，对吧？不仅可以找中国老婆，还可以找这个 Kazakhstan 这个老婆，对吧？这是可以的。
Yeah, South Korea was, they did play a little bit slow at the start of the group phase, but they did pick it up and come out as the first seed of the Asia region. Overall, we do have to look at the damage score we have so far. Let me, the tank player, usually supportive,
但是他不是坦克，他选的是杰斯。 所以他输出自然就很高。
And no hesitation to snowball throughout that top lane. So often we see him play a more patient and slow style with his team, playing those tanks in the top lane. When you've got a player like Uzi in your bottom lane, you don't need to put in the hard work and carry because you know.
这边的牛头辅助输出都已经比对面的 C 位高，就差一个高，另外4个人。
Yeah, he's typically known more as an engager, really packs the utility for his team, but this time he's holding on to the carry pants himself. On Kazakhstan's side, I was really impressed by Bola XO's performances. He did throw out several advances coming over from the Chinese squad, but in the end, the laning phase implosion was a little bit too much for himself to really hold up.
Yeah, again, that was coming down to the early aggression from MLXG, who gave no respite, constantly invading, constantly attacking, giving no chance for Team Kazakhstan to reset.
但同时呢，就是我们中国队毕竟在这个英雄联盟后面啊，寸步不让的，我觉得一直都属于是世界级别的顶尖队伍。所以说，就是我们也要给其他队伍个机会，对吧？咱们在这个觉得我们队很强的这个情况下呢，同时也要就是鼓励其他队伍的这样的一个参赛欲望，对吧？ 这值得鼓励啊，值得鼓励。那我想说一下，我们英雄联盟就下一场中国队打韩国队的比赛是应该在1个小时40分钟左右。今天呢是会转播的，所以说呢，希望大家继续来看啊。
Relying on Uzi to be that carry in the bottom lane, but again, this game one tells a completely different tale. This time, he wanted to carry alongside Let Me.
Oh yeah, definitely. But he did start the game out with that level 2 tower dive, and that's what makes him so dangerous. He's very unpredictable, and he's willing to sacrifice his own progress to get Uzi ahead.
Yeah, and it absolutely paid off. Picking up those early kills, though, again, he did die very early on. He immediately just rotated top and set up Let Me for success, then rotated towards the mid lane, set up Xie for success, and I believe after that, he went back to bottom lane to follow up and again set up Uzi for success. So it's a very clear strategy. And when we look at the broader metagame of the tournament, what opposing teams can try to learn from that game one, there's really not a lot of information that you can pull out of a match like that because of how aggressive and snowball Team China were able to take that win.
Yeah, basically the picks that they did pick up were pretty much all of their most famous picks. Kaisa for Uzi is definitely something that we've been seeing across the entire year, and I would say the only surprise would be Let Me's ability to play on that Jace. I felt like he handled the laning phase incredibly well, and that does give them a flex pick option into the mid lane with Xie as well. Xie is also pretty renowned as a Jace player in the mid lane himself. So I would say in terms of information, that's pretty much the only thing that we really got out of that match, and I really think that does suit the Chinese squad. You don't want to reveal your cards too early in the tournament.
Yeah, and again, there's still plenty of opportunities for these teams to try and take that. I believe this was now just a litmus test for Team Kazakhstan.
我觉得哈萨克斯坦啊，这个有这个勇气跟中国队第一场打，也是非常值得鼓励的。中华大战看怎么看这样？我想再说一下，如果大家卡呢，如果大家你现在在体验有用卡的这个状态哈，这个我在监管这个直播的状态哈，我们这个直播的质量是可以接受的啊。如果说你卡呢，我对你的推荐是呢，首先刷新你的这个网页或者刷新你的手机，我们建议是通过电脑看，电脑看的话，你的会大大提高你观看的质量。同时，如果说你还是卡呢，那我推荐你去找一个就是网络更好的地方，那这样的话你的观看的质量会更高一点吧。
The hope is that they can try to take some wins before the end of the tournament. Of course, dropping this first game, there's still plenty of opportunities for them, as they do have, I believe, 5 games left. 1 more against Team China, 2 more against the Republic of Korea, and 2 more against Team Vietnam. So there is still plenty of opportunity for them to look for more wins and try to chase down the chance to get into the semifinals and finals beyond to try to medal in the tournament. It is going to be an uphill battle, though, if China is able to take another win like that and add a second loss to the column. But still,
Jeff, 有人问你的主机在哪里
That's still looking further far forward into this tournament structure, and there's still plenty of things that could change
Jeff, 还在吗 Jeff?
This tournament because it is such a volatile.
有些时候 Jeff 把自己的这个把这个话筒给 mute 了，给静音了，自己还不知道啊，这人就尴尬，对吧？导致我还给他说，哎 Jeff， 你在不在？
So you can try to surprise your opponents, and you do gather
a
lot of information.
不好意思，刚才上了个厕所。我是福建人。
To exactly see what your opponents are playing.
然后我奶奶啊什么的都是福建人。
As the group stages, there are 24 games.
我是湖北人哈，我跟 Jeff 是好基友。
A lot of things can happen.
Yeah, and there's plenty of opportunity for upsets over the tournament. But as you said, that information game is so important. On the coaches backstage, while they don't get to play in the matchup, they're the ones who determine the champion pace.
是不是 Jeff？
They're the ones
哇，这么多福建的，
that the teams
老乡。
matchups. And after seeing that,
我跟你说，湖北的人更多哈，我们湖北的朋友有没有走一波啊？走一波。
我看一下谁多啊？福建的扣1，然后湖北的扣2，怎么样？看看谁多。
福建的扣1，湖北的扣2，对吧？我湖北2起来，对吧？没有啊。这个突然说出来好像后悔了啊，不应该说湖北2起来，对吧？
Qualifiers is consistent from what they showed today. They do like to play through their bot lane. You can see them taking away a lot of those.
还有3的，还有3的。
怎么感觉好像2比较多啊？
对啊，跟你说了，
对劲啊！
湖北是大省，好不好？开什么玩笑？开什么玩笑？上有9头鸟，地有湖北佬，下有湖北佬是吧？好像这么说的。开玩笑，中国一家人，中国一家人。
They're certainly showing that they do want to try to focus on that bottom lane. Of course, that being said, we've got plenty more games coming at you. But before we get to those, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The 2018 Asian Games here in Jakarta. We'll be right back.
啊，我们现在是在美国的洛杉矶都给大家带来这次转播。然后，我们都没有上学 ，Jeff 跟我都已经毕业了，我们都是美国上的大学。 Jeff 是大老板啊，在美国就是高富帅，对吧？我是这个就是苦逼的愤青，对吧？不是愤青啊，是这个拼搏青年，对吧？跟着 Jeff 混，是不是 Jeff？
想多了，我才是那个，你是说反了吧
？Jeff 带领我走向胜利啊，走向这个高富帅的行列，对吧？现在是还在这个还在这个苦逼。不是屁股的毛毛，
我非常。
Hello
and
welcome back to Asian Games 2018 for the League of Legends demonstration games. My name is Pulse. I'm here back with Clement. You're going to be joining me here for the next game that's going to be coming up. How are you doing, Clement? How's the first game?
Oh, the first game was quick and brutal, but it was definitely.
我想说一下，如果说你们现在正在看这个比赛，然后你觉得这个比较卡呢，我建议大家可以刷新你的直播或者降低你的分辨率来收看这个比赛，因为毕竟我们是在美国洛杉矶直播，所以说有可能你会就是在中国观看呢会有卡的情况的，毕竟我们在转播亚运会哈，所以说如果你卡的话呢，我推荐大家去找一个网络更好的地方，同时刷你的直播，或者降低你的分辨率，然后也可以尝试一下这个加速器，就是美国的加速器。加速器呢，我最好推荐大家使用洛杉矶，就是美西部的服务器，不要使用美东，因为我们是在美国西部，美国的最西部啊。如果说你能找到洛杉矶的服务器是最好的洛杉矶San Francisco 三藩的服务器都是可以的，但是如果说你要是往东部找服务器是找不到的哈，就是会很卡。
For Indonesia, just like you said, they were sent here by invite, so we have not seen them in the qualifiers so far. They did get to conceal a lot of their strategy.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a huge thing because actually, for a lot of these teams outside of what we're expecting to be the top 4, I think that hiding the strategies, especially in a best of 1 format, going to be like
Jeff, 有人问你就是有关美国人这边可以人人持枪这个。
有枪的其实蛮恐怖的，就是动不动就可以，可能就是明天你可能就没命了，对不对？这就是你懂吧？有好处有坏处吧，就是你想想看，它可以危险到你，但是你自己如果说也有把枪，比如说你在家里，那有一群人跑到你家，那你起码你有办法防守，对不对？但是如果说你没有枪的话，那么你是必死无疑了，对不对？所以有好有坏，也不能说就是绝对的。
我觉得 Jeff 这个话说的很好啊，他说。我觉得这个想象是不错的啊。我觉得其实大家不要被Jeff 这个话吓到。其实，在美国呢，也不是这个人人拿着枪上在这个街上就是乱打啊，这个马路上还是很安全的。对，你拿持枪证啊，也是分很多等级的，也不是在马路上就可以随便把枪这个秀出来的。一般在马路上只有警察可以持枪啊。所以说美国还是很安全的，所以大家不用担心，可以随时来美国旅游啊。
Adward in the jungle with Fear in mid lane, Mimic in AD, and Xiao at bottom there in support.
One of the most interesting players I want to watch would be Fear's Katarina. He is the only Katarina main so far in this tournament.
他们在说他是 Katarina 的主打 Katarina， 也就是卡特琳娜。看看他会不会选卡特琳娜。
我当时玩这个撸啊最喜欢的英雄之一啊，就是卡特琳娜啊。这 Katarina 这个英雄太好玩了，因为这单排对吧？所以说没人跟我玩，然后我就长得不帅对吧？所以就玩这个单排啊。然后 Katarina， 哇塞，就是来挑来挑去的，可有意思了。我就当时还跟我女朋友一起玩，然后她玩这个李欧娜，就是李欧娜的中文是什么？
日女
是吧？这名字怎么感觉这么就是色情主播的感觉哈？日女，然后我玩这个 Volcos， 就是 Volcos 是什么人啊？就是一个章鱼会放激光的，叫哔的放激光的那个人叫什么？Volcos 中文名叫什么？
不知道。
你们知道什么？就是有
我知道是哪一个，就是我知道对，好像有一个，反正很恐怖，就是
对，对，我也不知道他叫什么啊，维克斯
大爷，
维克斯，对，大爷，他就是当时我们就走下路，也不玩 ADC 啊，就走下路，然后他就玩这个日女维克斯，砰定，然后我就给一套，就立刻死掉了，你知道吗？就很好玩啊，当时，就是这种，就反正两个人随便玩嘛，开黑。啊，这是可有意思了！这是当时最喜欢玩的几个英雄组合，可是好久没玩这个英雄联盟了，对这个游戏也不是特别理解。
Talking about flashy, talking about aggressive. That was here on your screen just a second ago. Like we said.
那你最喜欢的英雄联盟的英雄是哪一只？
你说你还是我啊？这样。
你最喜欢的是哪一个？
哇，那肯定就是猥琐的说起我当年玩亚索的时候了，对不对？
有没有什么发音？我记得你好像会一点啊。来，要不要？要不要来？
我每次这个一打起人哈，我就在自言自语，因为我特别喜欢他的配音，我觉得他配音特别好玩。
对啊，你配音不错啊，你再来一些啊，还有没有别的？
每次我一放这个一把别人打飞，我就哈塞，我也不知道自己在说什么啊。这个亚索这个英雄实在太好玩了。对啊，但是关键是这个当时我也不直播嘛，玩的也不怎么好，就一个人在家里自己玩，就对着电脑就说哈萨 K 那种感觉啊，就是也是比较乐趣，也比较好玩啊，所以说。知道我们现在玩这个王者荣耀美服版啊，我记得最开始当时玩职业的时候跟 Jeff 一起玩，有时候玩的时候我也是在配音，然后我们现在这个五个人打职业训练嘛，然后玩着我还在这配音哈，然后我们队的人就很无语对吧？就说你有这种配音你就不要做了，对吧？这个不是直播啊，这个不是直播，这是我们打职业了啊！突然想起来，确实是这样哈。我们打职业的时候还是要安静为主，然后说些比较有用的信息，对吧？打职业的时候还是不要配音。
哎，这个玩家的名字很有意思 ，Potato。那么来翻译一下 ，Potato 是中文是什么意思？
土豆。
Teams usually decide to play the top side or the bottom side of the map. They play both sides. They always play both sides. They don't really group that much, and they do like to split push on both ends of the map. With their mid laner, over here, Why Nuts, he does play more of a.
然后这个你看到没有？是 Why Nuts？ 为什么 Nuts 怎么说来着
？Nuts 坚果，好像叫坚果，它就
Nuts
对，也可以说是蛋蛋的意思，对吧？就是说，
为什么蛋蛋
？Kick you in the nuts, right？ 就是说 kick your nuts。
一个土豆，一个为什么蛋蛋？
就如果说你是后面加个 s， 就突然变成蛋蛋的意思了。如果说你不加这个 s 呢，它就是坚果。所以说你有时候啊，这些一个字母啊，可以改变一个词的这个定义啊。就说这个有些时候这个英语教学很重要啊。我们在看游戏的时候呢，也要就是宣扬一下文化。
你有没有发现他们的战队的名字都是特别有意思？玩家。
哎，人家也是，就是说，就是自己国家代表队的这个几个名字对吧？为什么叫嘲笑别人名字呢？这太狠了，这。
Really famous on the Darius and also very noteworthy on the Jax. Oh yeah, I've seen that type of player in myself.
皇室战争在国内玩的人多，我看到好像有一些人都在问这个有关皇室战争的这个转播的问题。那我们也不清楚这个游戏在中国是不是皇室战争。
再问一下我们大家观众的想法，就是这游戏叫什么来着 ？Clash Royale 皇室战争。
对 ，Clash Royale 它就是在美国是非常火的，在中国也不知道它还火。
没听过，还行，没听过。看来国内是不怎么玩的。
中国还是说以这个英雄联盟，还有这个王者荣耀这些英雄比较火，还有吃鸡。
对，
我是跟 Jeff 一起手游吃鸡哈，然后陪他一个人就是带飞 ，Jeff 这个是可以的啊，一个人带我吃鸡，对吧？我们队全死了，然后 Jeff 一个人还活了下来。
常规操作。
Yeah, so we do see the respect route being taken by the Saudi Arabian team.
我们这样是不是这个？我觉得会掉粉啊，不会增粉。我觉得我们脸太厚了，这。
你脸皮太厚了。然后被你的影响，然后导致我也脸皮太厚了。我脸皮本身很薄的。
刚刚是你说的这个，这个常规操作，我跟什么？炉石的英文名叫什么？炉石这个游戏。哦 ，Hearthstone 很火的。
卡牌游戏。
对 ，Hearthstone 这个游戏真的很火。
我有玩过，而且还花了200块美金来抽卡。 结果玩了一段时间就没玩了。
欧美这个游戏也非常火的，Twitch 的观众量一直排行靠前的。对，南美玩黄战真的特别多，不知道为什么，南美真的是玩这个游戏玩的特别多的。
Instantly locks in the collie. There aren't a lot of answers for this pick yet in the mid lane. For the most we've seen, maybe the Rise, maybe the collie.
其实我打 FPS 游戏打得特别烂，就是怎么说呢？刚开始打的还不错 CS， 然后后面就是别人花一段时间，我就怎么打也打得没他们好，这就是游戏天赋在这个方面特别不好。然后 RTS 的游戏像星际这些，就是我打了很久，打了10几年。然后星际争霸2出来的时候我也打了，结果我就是打不上，就是前50名，服务器前50名，怎么打就打不上去。
我觉得这个确实，确实有难度啊。先回答一下大家的问题。中国队刚刚是赢了啊，吊打了这个 Kazakhstan 的这个队伍哈萨克斯坦啊，然后也是为这个小组赛赢了一分，但是小组赛有打6轮。前2名才可以晋级，就是小组赛的决赛。小组赛的决赛呢，会以 BO3 的形式决定出来这个小组赛的就是第1名和第2名。小组赛的第1名呢，会最后和这个另外一个小组啊，同时 A 组和 B 组的小组赛的这个第1名呢，会进行总决赛，决定出冠军和亚军。然后这个小组赛的这个就是第2名哈，会进行会争夺季军，争夺第3名，争夺银牌铜牌啊。所以说我们都是会陪伴大家一起看到这个中国队拿奖牌的时候。本来我对亚运会以前是不是特别感兴趣，但突然电子竞技走进亚运会啊，现在是不看都不行。Jeff， 你以前看不看亚运会啊？
以前我不知道我看了什么，我只知道有金牌什么之类的，但是我不知道是不是叫亚运会。比如说我是看那种运动啊，比如说我知道中国经常拿那个游泳不是拿金牌吗？然后之类的。那时候是我记得，就大部分时间时候是放在电视上看的。
对，我记得当时都
是奥运会，对，我是看奥运会，对，
我看的是奥运会，奥运会我看的比较多，赛看的比较多，就是偶尔会看这个亚运会啊，亚运会当时看真不多，也不知道宣传不够力度吧，或者是我们当时没有这个环境，反正没怎么看，然后就看奥运会看的比较多，但是现在这个电子竞技走进了亚运会哈，我觉得下一步就是走进奥运会。然后回答大家的问题，这个中国队打韩国队会在1个小时15分钟之后进行。
那么 Dave， 你觉得哪一个队会赢？红色方还是蓝色方？
现在看这个阵容哈，我对印度尼西亚队伍还是有所感情的，但是这个沙特阿拉伯啊，也是一个就是非常富裕的国家，他们有可能会请到中国很多的钱啊。所以这个他们的老板啊，一般就是，有可能说你们赢了一场比赛啊，就送私人飞机什么的，家里都有兰博基尼。
我靠！
我跟你说，真的这个很有可能哈。我给大家讲一个简的小故事。我在美国做直播啊，然后有一次做了一个，就是为了做一个 tournament， 做了一个比赛，对，做了一个就是联赛，但是我得不到官方的赞助啊，然后我就想自己通过自己的努力去拉一些赞助哈。然后当时有很多这个沙特阿拉伯的观众啊，你看怎么回事？然后结果有一个观众就说，Dave， 你是缺钱吗？我说，这个比赛确实需要赞助。他说你需要多少钱？我说也不多，我现在就差1000美金啊，当时换成人民币也就是7000人民币左右。他说哦，没问题。结果第2天就把钱汇过来了。然后我说这个1000美金对你来说你不是钱吗？他说，这个钱小钱。他说在这边的话，这个人均工资也都高很多啊。然后我就想了一下，我说这个确实是这个水平啊，确实跟这个其他地区不一样啊。虽然说你好像这个地区好像就感觉像这个复活者联盟里面的这个就是那个什么国家呀？叫什么来着？就是复仇联盟里面这个非洲的那个国家哈，叫做什么来着？Wakanda， 对 Wakanda， 对 Wakanda 啊，就是 Wakanda 那个国家，就感觉好像他们 低的一个国家，在某个山里面就特别有钱。其实他们已经被这个某种石头特别的发达，就是已经领先了世界人类文明的这个几百年那种感觉。他们就是不露出来，就是这种感觉，知道吧？就很有钱。但我们都知道他们是通过石油有钱的，但他们真的很有钱啊。所以说你也不好说，对吧？我个人对吧，对印度尼西亚这个国家有特殊的感情，但这个时候呢，对吧？你也不能就是直接肯定，印度尼西亚就可以赢，因为我们在这个沙拉拉伯后面是有财团，对吧？都是，就是你要赢了，这个矿井就归你了，对吧？对吧？你回家给你分，一人5个矿场，五个矿场，对吧？5个这个石油采矿场，赢了一人拿1个，对吧？
好了，比赛
输了就回家了。
好了，比赛马上要开始了，我们可以专心的看比赛了。虽然说我对这两支队伍一点了解都没有。说实话，真的不知道支持哪一个队。
So not really providing the best terms of crowd control, he will have to rely on his laners for that part.
For sure, it definitely will be risky, but we're about to get onto the Rift here for our second game of the day, on our first day of the Asian Games demonstration tournament. Let's see what the teams have for us here today.
And as usual, we're going to be taking a good look around the Rift before we start the game. Shopkeepers a little bit.
We took a different one, of course, over at the Asian Games. Got a different look through the Rift. Always like to take different paths. There's many undiscovered things, just as there's a deer, of course, overlooking the map, and some crazy critters. We've got Fear in the middle lane, playing that Akali. Seeing the early portion right here. Teams just rotating through the river, maybe getting some deep wards down, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, neither side has a definitive advantage in the level 1, so they will be happy to just basically spread out the map a little bit, but we do see some early vision coming out from Saudi Arabia. Actually, during the break screen, I believe both sides did do invades, so excuse me, I will have to rephrase that, but both sides do understand where the junglers are starting. They have vision on all red buffs.
They do indeed. We'll see that Gragas will be starting down here. Bottom side looking for a path towards the top lane. Now, we're talking about this in Champions League, Clement, where the top side, I think, will be pretty pivotal, especially when you have a player like Fake Friend, who will just constantly push up that top lane. So, seeing how this Aatrox will path towards the top and maybe look for that 2 versus 2 will be interesting. I reckon Gragas, though, will be pretty strong to at least counteract the fact that Camille should have a relatively good early.
Yeah, Camille in this matchup, the early game is not always as easy as you seem. I would say that this is a bit of a skill matchup, and it's a matchup that can be swung very heavily by jungle interference. However, in the bot lane, we do see Indonesia stepping up with their advantageous bot lane, being aggressive. They do like to play for early kills in the bot lane, and that's one of their most dangerous points. If you're talking about pure solo lane kills, it typically does happen among our lure in the bot.
Yeah, I actually really like the path in there coming into the Fong. Just goes immediately towards the crab, gets that control, and then Grams walks up, there's nothing there for him today, so we'll go back towards his own jungle, look for what looks to be a full clear. It will be a late red, probably looking for that early level 4, so actually not going to see too much happen in terms of lane interaction between the junglers. But then looking at the top lane, you can actually see that Fake Friends doing totally fine. I mean, Nod doesn't seem super keen on harassing. We'll be able to get the harass down, running Comet, and looking for that early point in tactical sweep. So Camille's having a grand old time.
Yeah, in this matchup, Camille is really looking for opportunities for the wave to push in where it's closer to the wall, and then she can trade with the hook shot. So the warding, the pathing coming out from Fong was really good as well. Secures the early scuttle grab just to make sure that the jungler can't come in from Saudi Arabia.
Oh boy, bottom lane trying to help out the Grags right here. The Infernal Change comes through. We can take a look at the Keystones. Fantastic. Stun comes down onto Fong, flashes over the wall. Not going to have a follow-up. Oh, Mimic goes in, 1 versus 3. Now he's in definitely the deep end, but Wolf managed to follow up, gets Congosa, blows down. That's going to be first blood over to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and you can see the 4-man coming in a little bit faster for Saudi Arabia. The teleport also used to try and cut off Indonesia's retreat path. We did see the really clever pathing coming in from Gragas right there.
Finding access onto Wynut in the mid lane. Connecting that Shuriken. Still coming through with the 5-point strike right there, and absolutely no retaliation coming in from the Ahri.
And this is going to be a very difficult lane for him to handle right here. You can see that the wave is already pushing in for Wine Nuts. So if he wants to take that CS, he is going to have to walk up into Akali's attack range.
Yeah, currently is leading in farm, but he's low health, low mana, will need to go back to base in the short term. Is looking to do that right now. That top side. Really nice trades coming out from Fake Friends. Doing super well in this 1v1 matchup so far. It will be very hard as this wave is actually pushing in right now for this Gnar to actually just not die. We've also got Aatrox around the corner right now, just saying hello to WikiChi in the top lane, but realize he's been spotted out just from the movements of that Gnar, and will go back into his jungle. Probably take on the Kuroks.
Good warding coming out from WikiChi. We do have to notice the difference between these two top laners. In the first skirmish, the Gnar expended his teleport, and Fake Friends, like Fake Friend always does not choose to use his teleport, but that will give him quite a sizable advantage in terms of the top lane. If they can find a kill there, they can instantly push the wave in and deny all of that minion CS.
Oh yeah, big deal having that TP advantage. Typically, you'd say that is to get involved in a skirmish or maybe something that happens in the bottom side, but more lane advantage for him. As you said, this is a very snowballing matchup. I actually like to liken this matchup to Gnar and Rumble, which is also a very volatile matchup, very dependent on early items and how the early game goes. So if the Camille just get an early kill, that could be devastating. But Feng pretty much gave up the ghost there. I say that, though he's looking at top lane once again. He's level 4, go back to your jungle, go and farm some camps. Top lane's not going to get anything done right now. We'll have to go back to base, look for that first back of the game.
The way that matchup works in the top lane is if there's no jungle interference, the Gnar usually comes out ahead. But if you do get a couple of successful ganks early on, then the Camille can snowball the matchup incredibly hard. And that's why we're seeing Feng really investing so hard into the top lane. He's trying to swing it into Fake Friend's favor, and then go with the double split push into the later phases of the game.
Yeah, that two-pronged assault as you were talking about, but currently Gnar has a level 6 advantage over the Camille, so at least in the 1v1 we'll have that immediate pressure. Has gotten before the early tabbies, actually the same thing from both the top laners. Effective attack range is very important in that matchup. Feng looking towards the bottom side. Crab has actually had pretty good control over the game in general in terms of the Rift Scuttlers.
We can see the bot lanes are actually under level at this point for the game because of the early skirmishes. Both sides probably left the minion wave to do that. So this is more in Saudi Arabia's favor because the kill threat is much stronger with the Varus and the Tahm Kench. You can see Aatrox thinking about going bot side, but realizing that no one really has their ultimates.
He's thinking about it, but Gragas is already in the brush, ready to execute. And they are pushing forward behind this minion wave. Big stack of caster minions. It's almost like he's aware something's up, but he's definitely crossed the point of no return.
And Saudi Arabia does go in.
Yeah, we didn't see what happened, though we took a lot of health, so I can gather probably they tried to kill him.
That's definitely what happened. But Potato did flash in with the Devour save, so nothing really to come out of that, and no summoners on
我们在观看比赛的同时啊，我想
still successful gank overall.
我们的平台、我们的直播间呢，是给大家带来这个直播，然后我们希望呢，我们这回比赛过程当中不要有任何的政治性的讨论，好吧？ 不要有任何有关政治性的讨论，所以说当看到了就是有关政治性讨论呢，我们会直接把你的这个暂时谈话呀禁言。然后如果说你出来之后继续谈呢，我们会直接把你的账号在这个平台封号，比如说这样的话就可以给其他的这个观看的这个观众啊带来一个更安静、更加就是和平的一个观看环境，好吧？谢谢大家的配合。
In our in the LPL, whenever the Akali is picked in the solo lane, she always gets a solo kill. I want to see if Fear can still pull it off.
Yeah. That being said, we have a lot of flashy players in our domestic league, Mr. Clement. But yeah, we'll
Jeff 啊，有很多的观众想问你，就是给大家给大家翻译一下这个比赛，你能给大家就是翻译一下这个现在他们在说什么？
他在说，现在在补刀的方面、经济方面，慢慢的，就是拉开了。
Go right into the shroud and just come out with some return damage. So well played out there by the Akali. Not really seeing the window to really put some hurt down onto the Ahri themselves.
所以他现在在夸这个阿卡丽打得不错。
但是阿卡丽的这个补刀是比这个阿离的补刀是要少的呀？为什么就是说他打得不错呢？
因为他有一波躲掉他基本上所有技能。 毕竟阿卡丽在线上补刀被压，基本算正常吧。前期的时候还是有点压力的。
perspective, and I totally agree with that. But if Akali doesn't get that solo kill when she hits 6, I would say that's a successful counter. That's how strong she is in the meta right now. Is I didn't die. Ha, I won.
You're playing to go even and not just completely fall off at all.
我特别喜欢这个 Nar 这个英雄，我觉得 Nar 特别搞笑，特别可爱啊！一个特别小的小东西，然后嘣一下变成一个大怪物啊，特别可爱。
主要是我太久没玩英雄联盟了，起码有2年了吧，所以对很多就是现在的 meta 了解并不深，而且很多英雄都改了。
然后啊，我想给大家解释一下，为什么我们这个王者英雄联盟的直播啊，我们的这个解说会比较少呢？因为Jeff 和我啊都是北美 IMT 战队的这个王者荣耀国际版的玩家，职业玩家。然后我们昨天给大家带来的是王者荣耀国际版的这个亚运会的这个实况转播。然后呢，同时有很多的观众要求我们给大家带来这样的今天的英雄联盟的转播啊，所以说，但是我们2个人都已经有1-2年的时间没有碰这个游戏了，所以说我们对现在的版本啊什么都怎么了解，我们也不想误导啊现在观看比赛的观众，所以说我们就同意给大家转播。那么大家就是我们能够有什么问题大家可以问我们哈，但是我们能够解答的我们会尽量解答。
Indonesia has kind of lost its way. In this matchup, we typically do see a lot of attention being thrown to the bot lane because of the crowd control coming out from the Varus, but they really haven't tried that often.
Not really, and there's a lot of picks right here that I know if I typically look at just in composition, like Spark's going to fly, so much is going to happen between like the 5 and 15-minute mark. We're going to be looking towards a mid-game, and then we'll be opening up to skirmishes, and by the time team fights happen, someone's going to have a gigantic lead, but so far into this game, it's around 1,500 advantage over to Saudi Arabia, and that's essentially it.
Exactly. I think in terms of the different styles between these two teams, Saudi Arabia definitely strikes me as the more skirmish-heavy team. They group up as a 5-man, a little bit much more common than Indonesia, which at times does hold on to their teleports. So if it does go into that skirmish phase and the main litmus test will be rotation speed, then I think Saudi Arabia should have an advantage.
Oh, baiting him into the fight, and baiting the hook shot as well. Wrong place, wrong time, flashes away, uses the ultimatum, but at that point, no point in flashing. That's going to be an easy kill over to Wikichin top side.
Yeah, and AWAD has really been playing the jungle a lot better, in my view.
All right, I see you. Bottom lane kill over to Brom right there. I hit the crowd as well. You can get behind your team. Indonesia getting their first kill of the game, of the tournament so far. Nice double knockup coming in from that Aatrox, looking towards the World Ender, and Potato into the top lane. That's the rotation I was looking for. Body blocking both these guys from diving the Aatrox. He's thinking about going back in. You should probably go back home.
You definitely should, but the first tower will be taken by Saudi Arabia right here, but they're still going in for more.
Body slam, forcing the flash out there as well. Q connecting. Fear coming in from the sidelines though, finds the kill onto the Aatrox. Massive barrel coming through. Potato against the side, and that will be a kill. 5-point strike, and another one over to the Gragas.
Unfortunately, Potato wasn't the only one rotating to the top side. Akali was gone for a while. We did see that the Ahri White Nuts went down and picked up the first kill for Indonesia, but on the flip side, Fear was freed from the mid lane and able to take down Fake Friends.
All right, see that one more time. Masterful bait coming out here. I mean, this was perfectly played. The fact that Gragas sat in the bush all that time was just like, it's all right. Keep on trading. I'll wait another 6 seconds, no problem. Wait until the hook shot's used. That was just a straight download right there. He's just like, I've seen your VOD. I know that you like to win this lane 1 versus 1. You save your teleport for lane. I know your hook shot right here.
Yeah, definitely. And Fake Friends did go in because the Aatrox was right next to him. He was at the Krugs at that point. But, you know, Gragas was even closer.
Yeah. You'd reckon that, you know, a world-ending entity such as Aatrox would be, you know, better at battle, stronger at tactics, guerrilla warfare, if you will. It turns out it's just a fat man in a bodysuit. They managed to completely annihilate him, so there you go.
Yeah, the God of War has nothing over the Rabble Rouser.
Yeah, the Rabble Rouser, that's the one. I don't know if his lore's been changed, but pretty much his whole story is he's just a guy who just likes to get drunk. There you go. All right.
It's actually grape juice. It's not alcohol.
Drunk on the excitement of battle. Dragon being started up here. Force one currently in Kill Saudi Arabia, leading this one. will have control over the area. Tam Kench stepping up.
Gets stunned,
but a body slam. Yeah, I reckon he's going to be okay. I reckon he's going to be less okay now. In comes Wiki looking for that sweep. Actually, Mega Nars right here, but still looking to follow forward. Potato forced to use his shield. It's just a complete massacre. What is that damage coming out from Thea? He still managed to get his kill in the end.
And that was a very awkward teleport coming in from Fake Friends. They're still going on, though.
Oh, Potato, no way out of that one. He had to do a barrel roll.
Yeah, great ultimate snipe there onto the, I believe it was the Nar? Oh, no, Potato, yeah. So, did see Camille teleport. Fake Friends did come to the fight, but he went over the wall straight into Akali, and did not go very well for him. Didn't land the stun onto the Nar.
No, it did not. Wynut's looking to try and defend this 1-1 versus 4 right here. Jumps back in, right into the open arms of the Nar, who just throws it back into his team. Gets hit by the concussive blows, and a fissure kill coming in for the Braum.
And the tower wasn't able to trade back onto the kill either, so massive victory coming in from Saudi Arabia. This is what we were talking about of the skirmish-based team. The teleports were overall much faster from Saudi Arabia. Wiki being in place at the right time. They also got the start of the fight. And, you know, like, Indonesia's strategy in terms of their structure is a little bit unstable. Like, it really requires your laning phase dominance for you to snowball smoothly into the mid phase. And I think that's the crack that we're seeing.
I mean, that's the problem. I mean, honestly, we were just talking about this. We're expecting like skirmishy type of fights, especially when you see like a Camille, an Aatrox, and an Ahri. Sounds like the start of a bad joke, you know, but they want to be looking at skirmishes, look towards the jungle fights. We didn't really see that up until now 15 minutes, and I feel like we're just accelerated so quickly now that when you look at a teleporting Gnar, a perfect flank coming in, and then multiple team fight tools, this is going to happen.
Yeah, and let's just watch that again. A very brave play coming in from Wynuts, but probably a bit over-aggressive, and a beautiful snipe coming in from the Braum. Also taking the tower down just in time. His AD carry was watching out for him.
Yeah, you're fast, but you're not fast enough to get away from the Gnar. Probably wasn't expecting the Gnar to still have his ultimate, to be honest, because he teleported into the last fight, then immediately de-Mega Nard, and he was like, well, he must have used his ultimate. It's totally fine if I go in, because I'll be able to dodge the wallop. Not going to be the case, and Gnar ultimate comes out very, very quickly. That'll be another nice pick, mid lane tower. And all outer turrets now down for Saudi Arabia, plus the first dragon of the game, and now control over top side. So potential to go for this Herald and crack open the inner towers right here, which will just accelerate the game even more. Nice little dodge there from Fake Friends.
And at this point, Saudi Arabia has total control of the 1-3-1. Their Akali is already pretty fed, and she can start going into the side lanes. You can see that already happening, moving up with their jungler Gragas. And in the bot side, I feel like Gnar has a firm control of the matchup as well. The CS scored is pretty massive at this point, up almost 30 CS. So the Indonesian strategy, the double-pronged attack, has been pretty much neutered.
Yeah, both of the prongs have been broken, but instead of Broken Blade, we can do a lot of damage with Griffin's not anything. But still right there, not going to happen. Nice secure coming out from Gragas, and he'll be picking up the Eye of the Herald as well. Let's go back into his own side of the jungle.
Really close attempt from Irelure. Unable to snipe that out. So I think now with Indonesia on the back foot, they're going to have to play more of the pick potential game. Saudi Arabia is probably no longer going to group up as a 5-man. They're going to go into the 1-3-1 strategy that we're seeing on the screen right now. And it's more about Indonesia trying to pick off the side lane split pushers in Gnar and Akali.
Jeff， 你觉得现在这个比赛里面表现最精彩？
你突然说话吓死我了。
你觉得表现最精彩的是哪一个玩家呢？
不知道。
你感觉印度尼西亚还有希望吗？我觉得印度尼西亚好像印度尼西亚看来好像也没什么戏了，感觉。这是有点看跟那个中国队打这个中国队刚刚打这个哈萨克斯坦啊，是感觉类似。
不，我有一点差距，就是中国队因为他一直在杀人，然后又没死掉，然后感觉像碾压局，而这个就是没有怎么做什么事情，就是比较稳吧，也不能说比较稳，就是反正就是看着就想睡着，就很无聊那种感觉。
对，就好像很长时间没有什么事情发生。那还真是很可爱的，再扛了一下。
And there was such magnificent coordination coming in from Saudi Arabia. Their target selection was on point. The Aatrox just used
我觉得这个职业队伍啊，对这个 buff 的这个控制还是非常非常好的。
And then they went for Irelure into the bot lane and just picked up all the kills one by one.
你看这个非常有纪律性的哈。 这个2塔推了，然后就直接去拿蓝。今天不耽误时间。
And you can see Potato was not in position to use the Devour on Irelure. Irelure did flash right in front of him.
我觉得最生气的就是这个中央电视台为什么不让这个播啊？这个，我听说昨天的这个比赛好像这个他们请了就是国内著名的这个解说李九和琪琪过去了，然后我们看到他们的照片了啊，但可惜呢他们就不让播啊，他们播出了最后好像看到的就是大家观众啊只能听到声音，对吧？就是只能听到声音，但是看不到比赛，我觉得很尴尬。 这亚运会哈，就是结果反而就是没拿到这个直播权，但是不给档期，因为我觉得这个中央舞台吧，估计也是有其他的项目要喷哈，要拍哈，所以说也就导致了这个放不出来，所以说我们这里给大家就是提供了一个转播。哇，这个是所有的技能都被挡住，这个很。
She can't go into the side lanes and then continue to snowball into the 1-3-1. She has a compositional win condition, we would like to say, and that really takes her one step.
我觉得差不多直接上高地了哈。我觉得中国的打的还是，我觉得中国的玩家哈，我觉得咱们中国的玩家就是。 一点就是说，他知道这场比较容易啊，他们就直接给你带来一个就是完全吊打你的感觉，就是杀人头，对吧？不给打了，就知道这场一定要赢了，很简单，那就不要打了，对吧？直接拿人头，只要给观众带点这个游戏体验感，对吧？我觉得这个我们这2个队哈，好像是为了赢才来的，大家都不要紧张，也不要对手的实力。
That's going to be a 4v4 from now on, but I'll continue with my point. You can use the Abyssal Voyage, send World's Ender into the bottom, and then try to engage from the front with Ari and the Camille. So if they can pull off that execution, it could be a swift 5 versus 4 turnaround.
Right, if we didn't see it, it didn't happen. It looked like enemy to me. But what does look like something to me is Baron being started off by Saudi Arabia. It's going to be Fear as the one to be the chosen champion to step forwards. All right, step up. Who's it going to be? No one. Good choice. It's going to be Baron over to Saudi Arabia.
Things looking very blue.
我还以为他是在这个搞放烟花，站一起回城又不回。
Are losing a lot of map control so far and haven't really been able to pull off any plays in the recent 5 minutes. They have been on the back foot the entire time. They really do have to be the aggressors if they want to come back.
Actually gets us. We'll see how fast he died here because I'm expecting very.
Okay, so that's one proc of the ult.
That's the second proc, and yeah, he's dead. Yeah. And really, what do you do as an AD carry in that situation? You come out of laning phase, you're feeling good, you've got an item and a half in your back pocket, you got almost 200 farm at 20 minutes. Like, all right, time to deal some debt. I'm dead.
You try to ask for Potato. It's like, Potato, are you next to me? No.
对，感觉印尼啊，它的这个运营方面啊还是很欠缺的啊，像有一个团。
It's like either me or you, buddy. Funk pushing forwards. Oh, looking for the nice charm right there coming out of the Ari. Michelle having to jump back to the team. Looks for the world ender, but won't find any purchase. But still, great pick coming out of Indonesia. That's exactly what we wanted to see.
Yeah, they were defending their vision line incredibly well. That's typically the second line of defensive vision in your own red side jungle, and they were already there waiting for Saudi Arabia.
你知不知道这个 Aatrox 可以飞了？现在？
对，他把他的英雄改了，跟之前不一样。
我这个好酷，一个超级赛亚人，打连电飞。
He's only just come back from Mimic. That's going to be a double kill coming in for the Akali. Knocks off the Tam Kench, looking for the triple, but Mimic's going to steal it. Why not? Trying to get back to base right now. Cuts the camera. I don't want to see it.
Why not is a little bit phase, I would say.
放下这个玩家的表情，还是他表情还是挺尴尬的。
Honestly, the goal right now is to fully rotate
360
degrees and get back onto the stage because we've got a full group stage coming your way. But 24 minutes on the clock. Saudi Arabia
就要结束了。
That was a triple kill in a 4v4 situation. Fear just went straight in. What a great assassin player.
Fear jumping in, he's at critical HP, but he doesn't care. He just wants more kills to pad out his stat line right now. Fong getting CC'd up and Potato with the save, but now Fong under attack as well. Fake Friends moving back in from the base, but it's just focused onto the Nexus turrets at this point. And this is just flashy play coming forth from the Saudi Arabian roster, though it instantly gets shut down. Fear maybe got a little bit too deep. And Indonesia looking to turn this one around, trying to get the Grags off of the Nexus. Not gonna happen. 17 kills to 5, and Saudi will take it.
And Wikichi with the final blows to the Nexus, keeping his focus onto the game win. What a great performance coming out from Saudi Arabia. They
终于结束了。
They got their lanes, which
Jeff， 你觉得这局怎么样？你觉得这局的这个，大家看这局好像听到很多人声，对吧？
主要是这局打的一般般，就是主要是说实话，主要就是我们不了解这两个队伍，然后就是说我们不是他们的粉丝，然后就谁输赢都不重要，你懂我意思吗？因为不重要导致就是说无所谓，那么他看着看着就看睡着了。但是下一局就是中国打韩国，那么这个就大家都想看这个比赛了，对不对？因为我们都想为中国加油。
I can make a safe prediction that I don't think Fear is going to get Akali anymore throughout this tournament.
Yeah, I feel like that would have to be the case. I understood what was coming out there from the Indonesian roster, leaving up the Aatrox, like, well, try and bait them into a bit of trap right there. It's like, if you want the Akali, sure, but we'll pick up the Aatrox and they'll actually have a strong top side of the map. Didn't really come to fruition. Understood the tactics didn't work in terms of the game itself, but in the end, there will be a very nice win.
现在这个Saudi Arabia 也拿了一。
They are the two-pronged attackers in Saudi Arabia. They do like to group up and find those skirmishes. Unfortunately, I felt like the laning phase did not allow Indonesia to actually play their game. Wikichi had multiple very good wards that spotted out the early ganks coming in from Fong. That lane for Camille never got rolling, and I feel like Fake Friend's strategy of just split pushing to the inhibitor really just never started.
Yeah, I feel like step one was there because the Aatrox got priority into top side, managed to nail down the crab, and it's like, alright, great. Then hovered around the top side a bunch, consistently stayed around the top side of the map, but could never really find purchase to that lane, even though he was kind of outpacing the Gragas in the jungle. But I would say it was pretty much diffused just by the top lane. I actually think that Wikichi by himself, as he said, with the warding control, the way he was playing up the lane, he just downloaded his opponent. I mean, it's as simple as that. You know, even in that gank on the top side, it was just like, I'm just going to play it cool as a cucumber, just wait for you to commit your hook shot, and it's like, alright, bam, that's a kill, and then that lane was just straight done.
Yeah, pretty much. And I feel like watching Indonesia, I've gone through a lot of their games. I feel like they really need to strengthen their ability to snowball the bot lane. They had a superior matchup there. They had their first kill into the bot side as well. It is a lot of crowd control, a lot of pushing potential, but unfortunately, they usually put most of their eggs into the Fake Friends basket.
再次在这个我们下一局啊，给大家报广播。如果说你想关注北美这边的这个实况，就是职业队的实况哈，那么有关王者荣耀或者说以后的英雄联盟的转播呢，大家可以关注我和 Jeff 的这个微博。那么同时我们会在chat里发下这个就是我们微博的这个链接。如果说你想关注 Jeff 的微博呢，你可以直接搜索在微博里面搜索。 X Tears 插类，先把它的链接发给大家啊。
This is pretty hyped to watch, to be honest. I mean, you look at the mid lane, Fear showing no fear on that Akali. You saw him at the end of the game, he's like 20% HP. It's like, that's fine, I want 5 more kills. Sign me up for this.
He just went straight in for the triple kill. Like, he didn't even wait for his teammates or anything. He was the first one into the fray, and because he was so far ahead of the curve, he was able to take down. We saw the bot lane before the Potato Devourer even came out. Like, he was just dead. And that's only like.
同时，如果说你想就是关注我的这个微博呢，你也可以关注不是屁股的毛毛。
And I think that like that snowballing potential is really what will count moving forwards because this is the best of one format, double round robin coming out of the group stage.
我们一起等待第3场开始，然后Jeff 和我这里会进行一个转播的这样的一个交替，然后他会在我的平台上进行下一个部分的转播，也就是中国对战韩国中韩对抗。那么大家想过来观看的话呢，可以直接通过Jeff 反而会直接把这个观众量呢转到我们的平台。那如果说你想在我们平台里面跟大家产生交流呢，你可以直接来我们的 直播平台、直播空间。
好的，我们现在开始转换，我把大家都去 Dave 的直播，或者我等下直接把大家转过去。他那边可以放1080的高清，希望这样子可以给大家更好的清晰度。Dave， 你开好直播，告诉我。
直播已经打开。
好。
Saudi Arabia definitely held out onto that bot lane incredibly well. They were playing a safe bot lane, but they got their job done, and they actually took their turn down first. But of course, the MVP, no surprises, does go to Fear with the triple kill at the end.
I mean, who else could it be, really? 195 CS on the Akali. Again,